Hey everybody, Fishman here. Welcome to another video. This is Fishing Vlog number 209. Now I want to start out this week's video by apologizing for my, last couple of uploads because apparently YouTube said I qualified for auto-dubbing without even bothering to ask me if I wanted to do auto-dubbing. And that's the reason why there was all those, language issues and video issues and all that other stuff. Now, in theory, I've shut that all off, and hopefully we will not have that problem. Just let me know if it continues, and I'll see what I can do about sorting it out. So these were my first run for, of course, breeding zebra danios, and as you can see, they're now adult-sized. This is most of them. I caught most what I could out of one tank. I think I got all out of one tank, and then the other one, there's still a few left over, but yeah, they're doing really well. I'm very happy with how all that turned out. I think I had 2 culls in the whole pile. There may be 1 or 2 more as they get, a little bit bigger, but it doesn't really matter because they are in more than good enough shape. So what I've done is, this is the tank that was on the left. I have got all of them out of here because I didn't see any after, about 10-15 minutes, and after I put these guys in. These are mom and dad, and they're in here to make some more babies. So I thought initially what I would do is leave them in there for, a couple of days. But I noticed as the day progressed, they were getting really frisky really fast. So I may, in a day, or maybe just a little bit more than a day, pull the rest of those zebra danios in the tank on the right and then pop them over in there. And this is where I'm going to raise them, the next 2 batches. So these are the white clouds. They're getting really quite large, and I noticed a distinct difference in a little growth spurt, and they are now being fed on, these are being fed on decapsulated brine shrimp as well as paramecia. And yeah, I'm going to continue breeding these guys, and I'm going to also go and do a lot more experimenting with different kinds. So this is the last upload on the right, and the new upload on the left. And you can see, not so clear. I thought it was going to be more clear than that, but there is a, good size difference between, about 2 weeks difference. So I finally figured out the best way to breed platies, and it works really, really well. Unfortunately, it's kind of tank intensive. This tank here obviously has a new batch coming up, and they're doing really quite well, and they're growing nicely. And they are also being fed on decapsulated brine shrimp. I have not yet tried to do an experiment with these guys, seeing a difference between newly hatched brine shrimp and decapsulated, but they do really well on this, so I think I'll probably just stick with it. And this is, of course, the batch before, and as you see, they're growing quite nicely. So yeah, as long as I have tank space, I can raise lots of these guys. It does take a while, though. I mean, they are not, they're not fast growers. 3-4 weeks before they get to the size on the left, and then I think there's about a month's difference between, actually 6 weeks difference between the tank on the left and the tank on the right. Now, I had posted a video saying that she's just too old to have viable eggs, and a commenter said, well, sometimes if they have their eggs, in them for too long and they put another male in, those eggs are no longer viable, but gradually as they breed breed more, I should say, she would produce viable eggs. Well, they spawned once more since then, and they were also infertile, so I'm not sure. I'm going to keep this going for a little while, but I'm losing hope, guys. Well, anyway, we'll see. So this rack here, the top rack here, I really do need to get around to altering this, because the 2 tanks on the right are doing awesome with those high humidity planters. This one's fine. It just takes up an awful lot of space. So what I'm going to do is swap that over to air with either an undergravel filter or a box filter. I haven't decided which yet. And then it's going to have a high humidity planter. And then, more importantly, these 2 tanks are going to get swapped over again to look like the ones in the far right. I want to get the high humidity planters going, but I'm going to need more lighting in here. It's a little dark right above those tanks. So you see on the right, I'm going to pan here in a second. What I want to do is I'm going to try a little bit of an experiment, because I've been using LEDs an awful lot. I've been talking about the strips, and I'm really happy with them, but their availability is not the best. Whereas the there's a screw-in LED bulbs you can get everywhere, and they're really cheap. So right above here, I'm going to stick a row of the LEDs, the bulbs, and I'm going to see, long term how they work as far as growing plants and everything else is concerned. And yeah, that's my current plan for what to do with this area here. Like I said, I want to make more use of all the tank space I have. And as you can see, the 2 tanks on the right are just doing so much better. This is a bizarre occurrence. I caught out a whole pile of baby guppies. I mean, maybe about 50 of them. Put them in here. And as you can see, there aren't any baby guppies. These are baby gardeneri. I did not have any tanks nearby where gardeneri were. And as you can see, there are no guppies anymore because the little buggers, they killed off all the guppies. And I found once before when I had I moved some plants around and I put some in the pond when I had guppies in there. And in the end, I ended up with, some really nice gardeneri and next to no guppies. So yeah, they don't get along. This is the Cory tank. I've been breeding them in here. I want to get those guppies out of here. Probably cut back a little bit on the surface plants, just a bit, and I want to, of course, breed more Corys. I really like high humidity planters when they get like this. I mean, it's awesome. It looks great. Unfortunately, it's not necessarily the best for viewing fish, but I like this look. So that's what I want to try engender in the rest of the fish room, this sort of style. Not necessarily exactly like this, because there are variations on this that I'm planning, and yeah, we'll figure that out. And these are my honey gouramis. I had thought I bought 3 males and 3 females. It turns out that one of the females was just a dominated male and wasn't showing any colors. He currently is coloring up a little bit. I'm hoping that's all there's going to be to it, and I'll end up with 4 males and 2 females. And then I think those are 2 females, I'm pretty sure, but we'll see. And as time progresses, I want to, pick out 1 or 2 males for this tank. We'll see which ones look the nicest. Pull the rest of them out, see if I can get them to breed. I did once many, many years ago, and I would like to breed them again because they're gorgeous little fish, and I think I will have no trouble whatsoever finding homes for them in my clients' tanks. So if I remember correctly, they do grow slowly, but then again, that was forever ago, so we'll see. And I'm going to end up with this tank here because I really like watching the baby guppies swim against the current there from the high humidity planter, and I am using this tank, of course, to supply green water to my Daphne tank. So there you go. Thank you very much for watching. Leave comments. Definitely let me know if the audio issues are solved. I check into it myself, but sometimes YouTube doesn't do it properly for me. So anyway, again, like I said, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video, and bye for now.